The beat that never stops.
Okay, so we're back on the other side. And I did say that I didn't think my guest was going to be able to join us in time, but I was wrong because he is here. So, as usual, special guest, please introduce yourself.
Hey, my people. It's your king, the king of vibes, A3O in the building.
Man said the king. Big up A3O in the building.
Hey.
How you doing, sir?
I'm blessed, I'm good.
Okay, so before you got here, I was saying that I had the privilege of getting to hear your your album.
Yeah.
How many tracks are on it?
There's 9 tracks.
9 tracks, so it's definitely an album.
Yes.
And it's really good. I was really impressed by it.
Thank you.
And I know you've been saying for a long time that you've been looking to put out body work and you've been working in it. And so let people, furthermore, I'm jumping. Let people know who you are, what you do, if they don't already know.
If you don't already know, again, I am A3O, the king of vibes. I do Afro, everything, to be fair. Everything with Afro beats, to be fair. So I got the soulful vocals, but then we're representing the culture, representing the tribe, representing Nigeria, my heritage. That's me, to be fair. I'm a actor, singer, model, whatever you want, to be fair.
Okay, first of all, so we're going to stop there.
Yeah.
Where's this acting and where's this modelling?
Listen, it's all in there.
Yeah, okay.
Everything is all in there. I'm telling you, rather than limiting myself, I'm telling you everything that I bring to the table.
All right, fair.
So if you see me on the big screen,
you know why.
You know why.
Okay, cool. All right, so A3O, look out for him. He's an actor, model, dancer, acrobat,
everything.
Yeah, astronaut
at this point too. But yeah, really and truly, I am the artist. The artist from South London. Grew up listening to the best of reggae, the best of Fuji, the best of everything. To be fair, my house was a very eclectic house.
Cool.
R&B too. So we're here, and then I've managed to create this body of work that speaks about where I'm coming from.
It does.
And how far I've come from.
You spoke about your heritage and stuff like that, and you always represent. You always dressed according to just represent your heritage. Every single time I see you, you're wearing some form of. Is it Nigerian attire?
Yes.
Why do you feel the need to do that so much?
It's my identity, innit? It speaks more of the way I dress is a representation of how I feel. It's a representation of how I'm expressing how I feel and how I'm feeling that day and time. So today you'll see me in this hat. You could see me in a fedora next week. It just depends, literally. Music and fashion is my expression, man.
I was going to say, are you big on fashion?
I'm big on fashion.
Okay.
Very big
so do you ever go out and just normal jeans and t-shirts?
Yeah, if I'm going to the corner shop.
anytime I was actually now thinking about it, anytime that I've seen you, you're always wearing something. Like even when you came to my thing the other day, dressed in all leather. I didn't know you were coming to perform or what.
Bro, as I said, fashion for me is a big form of expression alongside music too. So you'll see that with the rollout as well of the album.
I wish I could be like that, but I just don't care. Like I'm jeans and t-shirts. Where we going? Church, jeans and t-shirts. Football, jeans and t-shirts. Yeah, it's just...
I mean, it works for some people, but for me, I just feel like, if I'm feeling like a jeans and t-shirt on the jeans and t-shirt day, I'm probably feeling like that. But it's very rare. You'll see me come out in my garms, looking and representing.
Yeah. Definitely, that's this case. So A3O, spelled A3O.
Yep.
Not A3, not A30.
No.
A3O.
Thank you.
Let people know why that is.
Okay, so
because number one, if they're looking for you, they're probably going to put AYO maybe.
Or AEO.
Or AEO, exactly.
Yeah. So the 3 represents an E. The word A3O, I derived it from the word Aeonian, which means eternal. My music, I want it to be music that lasts forever. Timeless classics music is what I make. The 3 represents love, light, and life, which you always hear in my music, and that's why you've got the 3 there. It's symbolic to that. So I'm here to give you guys light, I'm here to give you guys life, and I'm here to give you guys love as well, showcase love. So that's the reason why I'm spelled A3O.
Fair enough, I hear it. Not because there's another artist called A3O.
No. Okay. No. There's another artist called A3O actually. Originally, when I wanted to start out, I remember thinking, I'm going to call myself A3O, which is my actual government name.
Right. Okay.
But then those big artists in Nigeria, I was like, you know what? It's my own identity, and then I stumbled across the word Aeonian, and I was like, this is great.
Fair, yeah.
Making music that lives forever. That's me.
Come on,
let's go.
All right. So let's speak about this project that you've got out now, the album.
Yes.
9 tracks.
Yes.
How long have you been putting this together for?
So I put it, oh gosh, if I'm going to be truthful, I started working on an album like after lockdown. The body of the work that I currently have is not the body that I had after lockdown.
Oh, really?
So it changed.
So where's that music?
That music
on the hard
is
drive?
somewhere on the hard drive.
Yeah.
You might hear it, you might not. You never know. But this body, that the first half of it drops in January. This body of it was what was perfect for who I am now and represented where I am now, and it represented what I was trying to do perfectly well in terms of music from my culture, music that embodies life and what I've gone through and the hurdles that I've gone through. Everything in itself, this project just came out perfect. Every single track. And I was like, this is it. Finally, like after working on it for about two years and then deciding, you know what, I'm just going to stick to singles. Then I was like, you know what, no, I'm an artist that has a project. I have something to say. I'm not just a single artist, like just drop a single here, drop a single there. If you get what I mean? So this project here tells the story that I needed it to tell, and I know it's going to do what I need it to do for others as well, which is healing, blessing, love, everything, you know.
And it definitely covers all of that. And you just said something that I definitely wanted to touch on, because I was not aware of this until you mentioned it during the listening party. And you spoke about a time in your life. So you spoke about like hardships that you've been through, and there's a time in your life that you couldn't even walk.
Yes.
I had no clue when you were talking. I'm like, what's he talking about? What is all that about?
There was a time in my life where I was reliant on a wheelchair for 9 years, like on and off 9 years, bro. Surgery back to back.
That's mad.
It was a lot. It was very much a lot.
How long ago was this?
Oh gosh. All right, so I feel like I've been out of it now for 10 years now. Let's say 10 years. Okay,
so so basically almost a decade you couldn't walk.
Yeah, literally a decade of my life. Literally, I couldn't do anything, and I was in school as well. So it was a lot just a lot.
So what was that like at school? So at school back then, not that it was that long ago, but it's not like you went to school with me. But you're not supposed to laugh at that. But
I'm sorry.
But so what was it like for wheelchair access and all that? Because now they're like DDA compliant and all the rest of it. But back then, not necessarily.
Funny enough, the first school that I went to, secondary school I went to, I don't know, and I feel like when things happen for a reason, so I left that school, Stockwell Park. That school was not wheelchair accessible. So a year after leaving that school is when everything happened. And this new school that I went to at the time was called Lambeth Academy.
Oh, so when you were in Stockwell, you weren't in the wheelchair?
We weren't.
Okay.
I was just about to undergo the procedure.
Okay.
I was going through stuff then and there as well, but I hadn't undergone the procedure, which made me wheelchair reliant for 9 years.
So how old were you at the time?
Bro.
Secondary school?
Yeah, secondary school. So like 12. 11, 12.
Right.
Yeah. So, going through it then, and the school that I went to, Lambeth Academy, it's changed now. We were the first set. The first set of year 7s.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So everything was more modern than comparison to Stockwell Park.
So was it actual school? Sometimes when you're the first set, you're not even in the proper school yet, you're in the porter cabins.
Exactly.
Oh, is that where you were?
No, we didn't even have... the school was actually ready at the time we went in. So everything was fresh. We started working with the new MacBooks. Everything was just new.
MacBooks, wow.
The Queen came to open up our school.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So thankfully for that, to answer your question, we didn't have the issue of wheelchair stuff. But if it was Stockwell Park, I don't know how it would go through it, because they didn't have wheelchair access back then. Can you
let us know why you were in a wheelchair?
I had a condition called Blount's disease. So apparently it's a genetic thing, something to do with heritage, and it only happens to people of a certain heritage. One in a million. I'm quoting that.
No one else in your family had it?
No one else had it.
What's it called?
Blount's disease.
Blount's?
Yes. And it normally happens during like puberty era where you're growing, and for me it was just where my legs just started to bow, like
really?
I couldn't walk more than 5 minutes.
So is it a knee joint thing, or is it
knee joint thing that happened? So they had to now reconstruct that. The first round of reconstruction actually didn't go as planned, so then I ended up having my one leg going going inwards rather than growing outwards.
That's mad.
A lot of things happened, bro.
So did you have the things on your legs like what's his name, Forrest Gump? When he was young, did he have them things on?
The metal things. One metal going through the other leg coming out. It was a lot.
What was that like for you as a child amongst other kids? Because I'm not being funny, I know what kids are like. like, and I definitely know what I was like. There would have been a lot of fun had. Like, that's a bit that way.
Not you telling me you're a bully.
Not
you confessing to your sins, bro.
I just think, we should all laugh at stuff. Like.
Don't crack me up. No. To be fair, I had a few kids like you in my school.
Yeah.
But
I would have been in front of that queue, boy. I know.
I had a mouth too.
Yeah, good.
So I could defend myself.
Good. Yeah.
But also, a lot of the time, people were very sympathetic. I even in that process, I think I made a lot of new friends.
Yeah.
People were intrigued, like, oh, what is this? Because they knew me as someone who was walking.
Yeah.
Until they started noticing that my legs were going outwards. Yeah. They were thinking, what's this? What's going on? Like, this is not the person that we knew. So a lot of them were sympathetic, and it did make me have some new friends.
Yeah.
While at the same time, you had people like you, Lukan, who thought it was funny, all the names and whatnot. But
you know what? Here's the thing about it. You see what? So I always say people shouldn't make fun of other people if you can't be made fun of yourself. And so I will, if something was wrong with me, I'll be the first one to crack jokes on myself, which is why I justify me being
I would never forget one time in drama class,
okay, go on.
Someone was making fun of me,
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna lie, the guy looked like he'd been run down by a bus.
Yeah.
And that was the first thing I said to him. Like, you can't be laughing at me saying that. Saying that.
Yeah.
And he was embarrassed.
Good.
And I'm not gonna lie, he held it in for a long time.
Yeah.
One day when I was back to normal, he found me in my estate and he came at me with his dogs.
Oh, really?
He was that pressed by the joke. But I'm thinking, now that I'm looking back on it, like, you had a lot of mouth, so you couldn't take out what you were dishing. And as soon as he got the dogs out, and I'm just like, oh, here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Wherever he is.
That's
big him up wherever he is.
Yeah, big him up. Do you still keep in contact with anyone from your school?
Yes.
You do?
Yes. I've got a lot of friends that
really?
still keep in contact.
I never did.
We're a good bunch. We see each other now, and it's just like, remember school days, remember like a good bunch. And someone from my school's actually on the album too.
Really? Oh, right,
So my best friend Tasha Makeda, big up Tasha Makeda,
who does an amazing job in that song. Really good, amazing stuff.
The Empress of Roots Soul. She is a phenomenal artist. We met in school, and that's how our friendship started, actually, sitting together in music class. And we've been friends since then, and we both ended up having our own careers, and we're doing things in our fields, representing our culture. So big up Tasha Makeda.
Yeah, big her up. So just so we know, how did you even get started in music? Were anyone in your family? It's an obvious question that I ask everybody, but anyone in your family a musician?
The funny thing is, I'm still searching and trying to trace back history in terms of maybe there was one musician, because my mum can't sing. Yeah. And I don't think my dad can sing. Yeah. My mum definitely can't sing. She tries to hold a note. Love you, mum, but she
definitely
can't sing.
On air dissing his mum. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got cousins who do sing, who dwell in it, but it's not like they don't do it professionally. So yeah, again, I don't know where that gift came from, but I know it's somewhere in our field because, again, as I said, we have cousins who do sing. But yeah, for me, music started when I was 4, primary school. Really? Again, it was just a thing. I had no background in it, aside from my mum playing music and my aunties and my uncles always, burning me mixtapes back then on the cassettes, and we're listening to that old school R&B and all of that stuff. Yeah. I really had no introduction to like actually singing until school. So one day a teacher just came in, primary school, I think reception. She was like, oh, we're building a school choir. Anyone wants to be involved, come through to the playground. And lo and behold, the person who was actually running that was my aunt's best friend. Okay. Miss Brooks, Gail Brooks was her name, and that's how my journey started, singing in a choir, the school choir. Okay. So my family weren't really religious. A lot of people's backgrounds with music starts in the church or something. Mine didn't start there. Mine started with school.
So you're in the choir? Yeah,
like school choir. Okay. School choir, yeah.
Were you just in the background so you couldn't really hear you, or you like?
Funny enough, I feel like I was one of the stars of the show. I was always at the front.
You know what? I can even imagine that, even if you weren't supposed to be, you're just out there.
And we used to go to like old people homes and perform. Oh, really? They'd be looking at me like, oh, he's so cute. Because I was the youngest. I was 4, bro.
So obviously before you had your legs in the...
Yeah. This was years before that happened. Yeah. And I didn't know that music was going to be such an impactful thing in my life. I think that's going to get me to this point.
When you were in the wheelchair, were you still trying to make music? Were you working on it?
Music got me through it.
I'm going to say that must have helped.
Music was my therapy. And at that time, even in school, I wasn't trying to scream like I'm a singer like that. You know how it is. Everyone's trying to keep it, But teachers used to draw me out, anti-bullying week. They're like, oh yeah, she wants to sing. Oh, for some reason they pick me, come out and sing. And I weren't really trying to scream about it, but music did get me through those periods, bro.
Nice. But even behind closed doors when you're at home, I'd imagine just recording something or writing your feelings down, that must have helped somewhat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Music's been my therapy, and that's the reason why it's my form of expression.
Nice. You say about your family, you seem to be really close to your family, especially with your mum as well. Like, you seem to have a really lovely relationship with your mum. It's lovely to see.
Thank you.
What do you do? You said they were playing music in your house. What sort of music were they playing in the house? What did you listen to?
Fuji, Afro, like the
predominantly
Fuji, and a lot of, because my uncles and aunties were born here, hence why we got the mixtape sent to us as well. So we'd get the R&B, the hip hop. It was really very much like a half and half.
Oh, do you mean get them sent to you? So where were you born?
I was born here.
Oh, so were you saying
like my aunt would just come and just drop the
okay.
mixtapes,
Right, got you.
Yo,
okay.
Here you guys go. Like, I know your mum's not gonna buy this sort of music for you because she loves her Fuji and all of that. Here you guys go. And she'd always every week. Auntie Kemi, big up Auntie Kemi, wherever she is right now. She was the reason why I fell in love with music so much. Yeah. And I remember even when I wanted to quit choir in school, she would force me to go. She's like, no, you're too much of a talent to not do this. Nice. I was like, go in.
So if it wasn't for Auntie Kemi, we might not even have you here now.
We might not even have me
Imagine
here now.
that. Yeah, big up Auntie Kemi.
Big up my aunt. But one thing is that I can say music has always found a way to follow me through my life. Even at moments where I'm trying to deny it and be like, you know, I don't really want to do this. Music would always find its way back.
Yeah, okay. So the album is called?
The album's called The Bar.
And why is it called The Bar?
It's called The Bar because I felt like I want to raise the bar. And this album does exactly that. I felt like the temperament of our scene right now has gone a bit cold. So I was like, let me raise the bar a bit.
What, in terms of Afrobeat, Afrofusion?
Afrobeats, even like the UK's music scene right now. I'm like,
it has, yes.
I'm like,
died down a bit, innit?
A lot of fuss. There's no fussing about it right now. What's going on? So I was like, you know what? This is time. 2026. We're gonna do that. We're gonna make some noise. Let's raise the bar a bit, and that's where the bar came from.
So as I said to you on the day, I think it's a really, really good body of work, and I think you should be really proud of it.
Thank you.
The unfortunate thing, as I said to you on the day, is sometimes just because your name is not blah blah blah, it will be slept on, and even someone who hears it won't react to it the same because it's your name attached to it rather than a more established name. Not even that they won't even focus on it because they don't know who you are, so they won't even listen. They'll hear it, but they won't react to it the same because people just tend to react differently to someone that they're more familiar with. I'm trying to put this in the nicest way possible.
I hear what you're saying, but then it just goes to show how much work needs to be done then.
So my question is how do you force this down the throats of people to make sure that they take it in properly and appreciate it for what it is?
To be fair, it's not about forcing it down anyone's throat because it's not. It's actually sweet enough for you guys to
Jeez, come on!
So I'm not forcing it down nobody's throat. The right people will listen to it and they'll do what it's supposed to do in that way. But obviously promoting it, you have to promote your work, bro. Yeah. That's the whole reason why I'm like, you know what, I'm not dropping it before Christmas. I'm dropping it in January. So at this time we've got a whole rollout plan happening.
Okay.
Everyone's going to be able to see it and get enough time for it to drop when it drops in May.
Okay. So you're doing it, you're dropping it as a whole project. So it's not going to be like drip fed to everybody. It's going to be a whole album out.
It's going to be drip fed in a way where it's like there's enough promotion about it for you guys to know what you're getting yourself.
So are you going to drop the album? I don't know if I'm asking too many questions that are going to give away your secrets. But are you going to drop the album then have focus tracks, or are you going to have focus tracks and no album in the first instance?
You know what? Stay tuned and find out. That's the best answer right now. So I'm not going to give too much away, as you said, but stay tuned and you'll see. Okay. But to answer your question in terms of like the establishment, everyone starts from somewhere.
Absolutely.
Davido started from somewhere. Burna Boy started from somewhere.
Absolutely.
If I was going to wait on the fact that, I'm waiting for my name to be known globally, or outside the UK, which I'm not going to lie, my name is known outside the UK.
Jeez, come on.
So it's not even that, but if I'm waiting on the fact that, how people are going to receive it and where I am, then I'm not doing myself any justice.
Yeah.
Because the likes of Burna, I was rocking with Burna before anyone was rocking with Burna, and he had like 2-3 albums out before everybody was calling the Burna Boy that we know now.
Yeah.
So the real ones will know. Same with the Wiz Kids.
Yeah.
So you have to start from somewhere.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to be my own prisoner and be like, you know what, this great body of work's not coming out because I feel this that about the industry. You know what, I'm here to add to the UK industry, add some sweetness to it, add some spice, add some, you know, everything good, everything nice, everything airy, add it to this scene that's really cold right now. So yeah, that's me, to be fair.
All right, we are getting to the end of this segment of the show, and so at the end of this segment we always have a little live performance from our artists.
Yes.
So Ayo, it's been a pleasure. When's the last time we actually sat down and had a conversation?
The last time we sat down and had a conversation, bro,
how many years ago?
Maybe two.
Is that all?
2, 3.
A radio conversation?
Not a radio conversation.
Yeah. Probably more than 2 years ago.
It's probably more than 2 years ago. All night.
How long ago was that?
That was probably like 2021.
That one, was that when you had the cartoon?
Yeah.
Okay, right, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, so what are you going to do about visuals for this?
Visuals again.
Have you
Everything is coming.
Yeah?
Everything is sorted. Yeah. That's why I say stay tuned.
All right, cool.
Stay tuned, bro. It's gonna be a ride.
Looking forward to
Brace yourselves.
Definitely looking forward to it.